Because I got like that, right?
Yeah.
And then he just pulled down my hand and kissed my hand, and the tear come out, drop on my hand. It's so warm, and he said, "Dad, terima kasih." That word really warmed my heart until today.
Okay.
And I tell the Ned, I said, "Ned, with your disencouragement of work, I can go for another 20 years of my NGO life."
What is up, guys? My name is Charles Liew. Welcome to BIZ Chat with Charles Liew Season 2. And we're in the last episode today, episode 13. Now, as you guys know, if you guys have followed us all throughout the season, this season we talk about exclusively Sarawak and how we can make Sarawak self-sustainable across all business industries, okay? So this season, we have spoken to Jasmine about music, how he is trying to find opportunities in Sarawak in the performing arts industry. And then we spoke to Dr. Jared, who is a teacher who actually went into the interiors for 7 years. And we spoke about harnessing the human resource talents within the Sarawakian forest. And we spoke to Dr. Patrick Liew about how we could nurture young entrepreneurs. We spoke to Annabelle, who is a stay-at-home mom, who is actually nurturing businesses right now, and we are encouraging women to step out into the workforce and contribute as well. And we spoke to Ken and Desiree about the restaurant business and how the food industry is thriving because of hardworking people like them. We spoke to Colin Wong, who is an entrepreneur and also a real estate person, right? So we spoke to Jonathan and Shukri as well about IT. We spoke to Adib about the fitness industry. We spoke to politician Cortec One about politics and economy. We spoke to Andre Kaur, who is the Sarawak State's coach for squash. And we spoke about esports and how it is a burgeoning industry in the state. Okay, now across all of these episodes, we spoke about business opportunities as well as opportunities for us to actually be helping each other grow and helping Sarawak grow and become self-sustainable as well. This episode, let's talk about giving back. And who better to talk about this than the founder of Hope Place, Kelvin Wan. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hi, Charles. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for saying yes, Dar. I mean, I've actually known you for so many years.
Yes.
And it is a pleasure for me to, for the first time, sit down with you. We haven't even had coffee before.
Yes.
But now it's brilliant. Okay, now, I want to know who Kelvin Wan was when he was little.
I grew up as a other child. Primary school, I studied in Zhonghua School number 3.
Sure.
And then my father always sent me to school very early because my father is working, so I had to send me to school early.
Okay.
And I'm very naughty in the school. I don't like study, to be frank. I'm running around.
So when you said like when you were in primary school, you didn't like to study.
Yes, no.
And your results were not good at all.
No, not good at all.
Okay. So and then did things change in secondary school? Like when you went to Kuching High, right?
Yes, Kuching High.
Yeah,
Kuching
same. So yeah, big up Kuching High. Now, did things change for you in Kuching High?
Actually, I failed my first year from 3.
Sure.
So I repeat another year.
Okay.
And then feel very shame, you know. You study together with the younger than you.
Yes.
I mean, friend, you know.
Yes,
and then people know, how come you are older? And then everyone know that you fail. By God's grace, I'm able to pass for the second time.
Sure.
So I go to Form 4 and Form 5.
Oh man.
But
so,
I still fail my Form 5 at the end of it.
So there was just no interest in traditional education, right?
For me, it's like that because since primary, I cannot catch out already.
Yes.
When you go to secondary, you can't understand.
Yes, understand.
When I finish my Form 5, you know, my English standard is, what is this? This is table. That's all.
Let's talk about, you know, when you were little, because every kid has dreams, right? So when I grow up, I want to be this or that. Like, what did you want to be? Like, surely back then you did not say like, I want to grow up and start to volunteer. Like that would not be in your mind, right?
No.
So what did you have in your mind?
Actually, since young, I like to be a pilot. I want to be a pilot.
Wow. Why is that? Is it because, you know, you mentioned about your family background or whatever, and then you just want to see the world? Like that's a job with possibilities to travel.
I like freedom.
Yes.
So I think if you can, as a pilot, you can fly everywhere you go. You know, you can. I like to see from a high view.
Yes.
To see the world, to see the I mean the view.
Yes.
So I like pilot is a very good job. I can fly here and there, you know.
Sure. Okay. So how did that change? Like, did you give up on that halfway?
Not say give up because doesn't at that time nobody guide, you know. We don't know that after fail from 5 you cannot be pilot.
Okay. So you failed Form 5?
And then I go to the work.
Okay.
My first job I remember is working as a subcon of telecom.
Okay.
So that my pay is 300 per month. Working from Monday to Saturday. We need to report at office by 7 a.m.
Sure.
We finish by 7 p.m. So 1 month only 300 ringgit.
Oh,
and what we do is we go to put the post,
Yes.
the telecom post. Normally post is a area more outskirt.
Yes.
So we follow the supervisor.
Yeah.
One lorry maybe 4 to 5 persons.
Yep.
So the lorry will put the telecom post.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
And then he left us there. And then the lorry come to pick up by evening only.
So was 300 enough at that time?
No, not enough. Because I'm the eldest.
Yes.
As we know, the eldest always have more responsibility.
Yes.
We need to give some money to the parents,
Yes.
you know. At that time, I know that my boss also didn't help me to pay for the EPMs also, nothing.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
You just get net. But
Yes.
the boss ask you, you want to cut EPMs also?
Yeah.
Of course, we don't want.
Yeah,
You know,
cash in hand,
yeah,
yeah.
cash in hand.
Yeah.
So the boss just give us a 300 ringgit
Sure.
every month. And then after that, I only left 50 ringgit of pocket money.
Because you have to give to parents and everything to your siblings as well. Okay.
Yes. So that 50 ringgit. So one week 6 days. So 1 month is 24 days. So approximately 1 day I only can 2 ringgit to spend
Oh man.
for my meal.
Okay, yeah.
Breakfast and dinner we can eat at home.
Sure.
Cash cross, you know,
Yes,
not
yes.
a big deal. But
Yes.
lunch you must eat outside, you know.
Touring in.
2 ringgit. So I even though come to the snack shop, I saw a bowl of chicken rice, 3 ringgit. On Monday and Tuesday I don't dare to eat.
Okay.
Because if I know that I spend that 3 ringgit on Monday,
Yeah.
tomorrow I only left 4 ringgit.
Wow.
So what I do is I starting plan. Okay, I want to enjoy my good meal on the weekend.
Yeah.
So Monday to Thursday or Monday to Friday, I buy the garlic bread.
Yes.
You know, the garlic bread is one garlic bread. Last time only 2 ringgit plus.
Yeah, yeah.
Can last you for 3 days.
Yes.
With water.
Oh man. Okay.
So that on Friday or Saturday you got more money. You can eat better food. That's how.
So you would take the garlic bread and then add a bit of water so that
Yes.
it pong in your body and then you can tahan the hunger.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that this kind of hard work, so many of us, you know, especially younger people, they would not understand. You know, because
For young generation, even though my kid now they don't understand.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
been going through it for 3 years.
Having gone through all of this yourself, right? Would any of these things, would any of this have any impact as to what you do today, like with Hope Place? Any of these experiences help you with your work today?
Yes, one thing is, when the moment, even though a bowl of chicken rice, we can't afford to pay, that kind of hunger, that kind of feeling is not good. So at that time, I told myself, I don't want people surrounded me have that kind of feeling,
Yeah.
hungry feeling. Even though just a simple bowl of chicken rice also can't afford to eat.
Yeah.
I don't want to that. So I told myself, I need to do something. I need to help people.
Sure.
You know, as a starting.
Yes.
So therefore, I do is I starting volunteer myself in the market.
Okay.
I go to other associations, others NGO or any place. I told them I want to be a volunteer.
Sure.
So if you need me, please call me.
At that, so when you were offering yourself to these associations and charities, were you still doing your SESCO thing?
Not that time. Only after a few years.
Okay.
After a few years. Because
Okay.
at that time, like, working. I mean, you work 6 days. Sunday
Sure.
you're tired already. Only after like, I starting volunteer myself is in the 2009. If not mistaken, in the 2009.
So between your SESCO job and 2009, what happened in between?
I involved in many lines.
Yes. Yes.
Somehow some of the company after you work, like for example, one of the company is working is selling the import milk powder
Sure,
one.
yes.
And all the good area which is you able to achieve target one, the company is just give to their own relative. So they put you in the area which is very hard to achieve the target one. And out we work double, triple hard work, we can't achieve.
Yes.
You see the unbalanced and unfair treatment in the company, and then you don't see the future.
I think also because you have worked in 15 different companies before, I think you will appreciate a lot more when it comes to certain things because your eyes have opened in all these different industries and how things work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So you actually understand a lot of processes. Like right now, when you want to get things approved or whatever, you know the different levels to go through and things like that. So I think that's amazing. So guys, we'll go to a break. When we come back, we'll talk specifically about Kelvin's labor of love now, which is Hope Place. So after the break, we'll talk more with Kelvin. Be right back. Welcome back to BIZ Chat with Charles Liew, and we're still with my hero, Kelvin Wan. Okay?
Thank you.
Now, let's talk about Hope Place now, okay? So, tell us about the start. How did Hope Place actually started?
Actually, as I mentioned, I become a volunteer in the market since 2009. Okay, for example, I go to an association, I say, I want to be a volunteer. So
Yes.
I offer myself, I left my contact number. When
Yes.
you need volunteer, call me.
Wow.
So on and on, people will call me. I was been volunteer in the Salvation Army before.
Okay.
Weekly go to play with the kids,
Sure.
And then I find out a lot of people give kid present. But
Okay.
what I want to do something special. What I do is I help them to take photo.
Okay.
And I develop for them. By year 2011, flood happened in Kuching.
Sure.
So in the Sato area, got one flood center was operated. So I was called. I go to the flood center
Sure.
to be one of the volunteer.
Sure.
Like others, people helping, cleaning, distribute food,
Yes.
boil water. And after 3 days, no more flood. The government will dismiss the people to go home lah.
Sure.
So one of the elderly, age of 70 plus, come to me. They say, "Hey, young man, can you give me some food to bring home?" I say, Can, uncle, no problem. Why not?
Sure.
But in my heart, I also worry, was cheated by people, Uncle, why not I send you home,
Yeah.
So when I reach his home, he stay in the swampy land. It's a quarters,
Sure.
government quarters. It's swampy land, and then the house is no electric, no water supply.
Sure.
To reach the house, you need to walk through other people's house and
Yes.
wooden bridge, shaking wooden bridge to reach the house.
Yes.
And when I reached the house, I was shocked by the house. No water, no electric supply. She is 70 plus.
You've never seen something like this before
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that time. Okay.
Yes, and then 160 plus. Got 2 Down syndrome daughter are naked at home. Every weekend,
Sure.
I just buy some food stuff
Yes.
for this elderly. But go to his house, you need to pass by a lot of people's
Yes,
house. And
yes.
people are curious asking you, "Hey, why you are here?"
Sure.
I said, I come to supply some food aid for this uncle.
Okay.
And after that, people start to asking, "Hey, I also need help. That kind of thing come to me.
Sure.
But in my heart, I only want to help 3 categories at that time.
Okay.
First is OKU. I think you all know what it's called
Yes,
OKU
yes.
now. Not disabled and
Yes.
and
Okay, you guys means orang kurang upaya, who is disabled people. Okay.
Yeah. Second group is a single parent with kids schooling, not
Sure,
working,
sure,
schooling.
okay.
A single mother or single father, you may earn 1,200, but you got do re mi fa sol,
Yes,
that kind of thing, no?
yes.
And the third one is the abandoned elderly.
So at that time, it was Kelvin Wan. That's it. Full stop.
full stop.
It's just you.
Ah,
Okay.
So after 1 month, I myself approved 5 cases. I'm so happy, My dream come true for 4 minutes here.
At that time, you were supplying using your own income.
Yes. I go to their house, I do some little bit of house cleaning, I see what are the things they let off in their kitchens.
Yeah.
So I try to top up for them.
Alone.
Alone. And then my pastor said, it's time for you to set out the NGO
Yes.
because we need accountability for the
Yes,
public donation.
yes.
Because 48 people donate to me, not me come out my own money.
Yes.
People starting for donating.
Yes,
So my turnover every month is more than 5,000.
Okay.
So my pastor said it's time to set out NGO. So
Sure.
that's why 2013 February, Hotbed was born. After we register with government, ROS,
Sure.
we got a license.
Sure.
And then after another 6 months to 8 months like that,
Yes.
Ian is coming in.
Right. Okay.
We need a staff. Even though I was scolded by the client, The client called me, Kelvin, I have been told you already for 2 weeks, you haven't come to visit me,
Okay.
Why you are so busy?
When you say client means what? Client means.
Means the person will take care.
Guys, I just want you guys to notice this, right? I find it fascinating that Kelvin addresses the needy as clients, because when you say they are clients, you have a duty to serve them, right? Because a lot of times we take this for granted and we say they are needy, they should wait because I'm giving them help, so they need to wait. But by him saying they are clients, then he has a duty to keep serving. I think that is just a mindset that no one has when they do charity work, right? So that's brilliant. Okay, now I can only imagine with so many requests coming to you and with your limited resources, I would say it would be so hard for you to say no to people.
Yes.
Right? Do you say no to people?
Never. but we must do interview. That's our SOP.
Sure.
We must go to your house to do the interview. We got a set of form to asking you. We got more than 50 questions to ask you. Even though we're asking, are you smoking? Are you drinking?
Sure.
We want to see your water bill, electrical bill.
Okay.
You cannot tell me you are poor, but your electrical bill is every month 300 to 400 ringgit. It doesn't make sense.
Understand.
We must understand the client's department and background first. Only after that we are waiting. We approve or not approve.
Okay.
When we approve, we only give full act. We never give money.
Understand.
And we only approve you for 1 year. It's not long term.
Okay.
After 1 year, we need to come back to do the reassessment again.
Sure.
Whether need to necessarily continue another year or not.
Sure.
For example, sickness, they need money one. Okay, because we don't give money.
Yes.
They are in sick, they need help. So what we are going to refer them to other NGOs. Since we got the network.
Sure.
We refer to the reporter. We have good connection with the local news media.
Yes.
We refer to them.
Sure.
Even though we cannot help, but we try to find solution to give them suggestion where they can go and what they can do.
Understand. Okay, brilliant. Okay. So we'll go to a break. When we come back, we're gonna ask some final questions, including, maybe some stories that actually touch your heart that you remember to this day. Okay, so we'll be right back, guys. And we're back to BIZ Chat with Charles Liew. And we are at our final segment of the season, okay? And we're still with my hero, Kelvin 1, okay? Now, Kelvin, tell us about the origin of the word, of the name, Hope Place, because let's face it, a lot of people think it's linked to this church called Hope Church. Now, tell us about the origin of the name and whether it has any association with churches.
Okay, officially, Hope Church and Hope Place are totally different.
Okay.
Hope Church is church, Hope Place is a pure NGO.
Sure.
And why I name it Hope Place is because I want to bring hope to the place wherever we are.
Sure.
So in future, we may have also branch in whole Sarawak, Sabah, or even though West Malaysia.
Okay, so that's the plan lah. That's the plan to actually set up Hope Places in different locations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, we are 2 years ago, we want to set the first branch at Cebu.
Sure.
But June, the MCO was started 2 years ago. So the whole plan was just KIV until today.
Sure. Like, what's your plan? Like, if you have a branch in Cebu, for example, who will look after it? Okay,
I believe that every stage and every corner of the world have a client. We have a client.
Sure.
Need to help.
Absolutely.
So that we need, because from here to Cebu, as driving 6 to 7 hours,
yes,
or not, it's quite hard.
Yes.
So unless we have a branch over there, we use the local resources, local volunteers to set up office there. But whatever we do establish, we copycat the whole thing like a franchise.
Sure.
To teach people there who willing to help people, to help them to starting as our new branch.
So do we need to find a Kelvin 1 in Cebu?
Something like that. Because it's more linked to our heart.
Sure.
Those who willing to help people just come together.
Yes, understand. Tell me about just one story that you will remember. Like when I tell you to tell a story, you will right away think about that story. So what is that story? Yeah, okay, it comes like that. A retired army come to me. He called me and said, "Hey Kelvin, in my village, Kampong Tai, which is around 1 hour 45 minutes driving from Kuching. Kuching, Syrians halfway in the jungle. A small village," she said, "we got a abandoned elderly who need help." Okay. And then the army said, "I can bring you." Okay, so on that particular afternoon, I drive out to the Tai, meet the retired army. Sure. Go to visit that so-called elderly couple. They stay in the old house. That last time old house, the ground floor is a cement, but first floor is wooden one. But due to many years not maintenance, I think the first floor cannot be used already. Okay. Only ground floor. And then the floor is cement, black color cement, that kind of thing. So when I enter the house, even though the door was not closed,
The uncle just knocked the door that speak in Iban, you know.
Okay.
I said, I bring a friend come to visit you, see
Sure.
how can I help you. So I saw a elderly age of 80 plus and the nene 70 plus, both are on the ground. Sit on the ground, and then I found the ground is quite cold, you know. It's quite cold. And I said, can I have your IC, you know?
Yeah.
So for us, if we want to go to take our IC from our room, it's less than 10 seconds. We just walk in, right?
Yes.
But this uncle was all until no energy to walk. He just slowly crawl from the sitting room, go inside the room. You know that old man, they like to keep the important item in the container, the steel container. You can hear the sound. He pull the container tin from the bag, you know, and then open the tins and then take out the IC. All this simple process take more than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Pass IC. And then after interview, I found they was abandoned by their family. They've been there for many years. And then how they survive? Surrounding people try to help a little bit and give him the floor mat material. So they need to make a floor mat.
Okay.
With their hand skill, handcraft, and selling back to the shop. So one piece of floor mat, they may take 3 hours to complete, and then they can earn 5 ringgit.
Okay.
And even though sometimes they are sick, they need a pair of Panadol. So they need to force themselves, even though they are sick, to complete one pieces of the floor mat in order to change that 5 ringgit able to buy a Panadol. This is their life.
Okay.
And I found, wow, this family really need help after interview, know that the condition. And because due to interview, we normally go, we have empty hand. So next day, immediately early morning, I pack food and come back again. Even though it's 1 hour 45-minute driving, I come back again to the uncle and auntie and provide food for them. As you know, normally this kind of family, we give rice, cooking oil, salt, sugar, Milo, biscuit, and something. It's just a simple food aid for 1 month. Maybe only less than 200 ringgit. But for them, they can hold on for whole month.
Absolutely.
And after, normally what my attitude to our client is, before I left, I go to shake hand. Let them know COVID still can shake hand. So I can shake hand and then tell the uncle, and then I see you next month. You know. When I go to shake the nene hand, you know the old nene hand is
frail.
shaking now. And I hold the hand. She suddenly hold my hand very very tight. Because I got like that, right? And then he just pulled down my hand and kissed my hand, and the tear come out, drop on my hand. It's so warm, and he said, "Dad, terima kasih." That word really warmed my heart until today. And I tell the nene, said, "Nene, with your disencouragement of work, I can go for another 20 years of my NGO life."
Volunteering work. What is it, and can anyone do it?
For me, volunteer one is everyone can. You can starting from your home, even though, you know. You don't need to wait until you are rich. You don't need to wait until you are professional. No, everyone can be volunteer in any place. When you saw the needs surround you, just give your hand. So that is my point for something like me. For example, I walk down the street. I found the floor is dirty. You can volunteer to pick up the rubbish. That is called volunteer work already.
If they wanna volunteer as a business, there are a million ways, right? I mean, they can contribute their bodies, they can contribute their efforts. It's not just about money. Right?
Even though the secondary school scout, last time they got budget 200 ringgit only, they said what they can do. Okay, we saw them, poor people, they don't have a proper walking path. You know, it's always raining, and so they use the 200 to buy the stone. And to contribute, and then all the students come together to just arrange the stone improperly. So raining day, and it's not that muddy, you know. 200 ringgit is also can do CSR.
Amazing, guys. I think what we can learn from this is very simple. I think money has value, yes, but efforts have value as well. I think manpower has value, because here's the thing: if no one goes and paint the thing, they have to hire a painter, and that costs money as well, right? So everything is about value, and value is not just monetary value. There are other kind of values that they can bring as well. Okay, now guys, we are done. Kelvin, I want this whole season to be ended by you giving them an advice when it comes to giving back. What's the one advice or one thing you want to tell people before we close out this entire season?
Okay, for our Hot Plus slogan is giving hope, touching life.
Sure.
And for me, I always remember one verse is, it is more blessed to give than to receive.
That's beautiful. Okay, so thank you so much, Kelvin, for attending the show. Guys, we are at the end of the season. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is a blessing to be able to do this 2 seasons now with all of you guys watching, and thank you for the support as well. BIZ Chat with Charles Liew, signing out for season 2. Bye-bye.